Hi, welcome to your Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. Sitting next to me is Mike Brenner. Today is Friday, June 10th. This is the MLB Odds Couple show, and finally, this is actually a milestone show. You know, there's been a big elephant in the room the entire time we've been shooting. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Absolutely.
The big elephant in the room was my big negative record, which actually was only due to, like, before I took that vacation, I got behind the 8 ball. I was down like 15 units. I was slowly crawling back.
That vacation, Pistol Pete, did wonders for you.
But I was slowly crawling back. So even though I was doing pretty well, my record was negative. Finally, after yesterday, I'm up 3 units.
Come on.
Still, you're up 7 or 8 units or whatever you're up right now. Let's throw the record up.
Okay.
So now we got a record that is respectable on all ends, all around.
Well,
and
with the fat elephant out of the room, I'm happy for you because you know what? I've been here the whole ride, and you've done nothing, no complaining, but you've just trudged right through it, Pistol Pete. That's what good handicappers do.
The thing about sports betting is whatever you did yesterday has nothing to do with today or tomorrow.
It's like what? Covers you want a contest or whatever. Nope. Covers what?
But I'm talking like if you're lazy about your handicapping going forward, you're going to lose.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't matter how well you did before.
You got to be sharp. Got to be on our toes.
All right. So,
and with that being said, today a couple things just jumped right out at me.
Me too. I got some things I'm liking. Friday, June 10th. All right. Let's see. Where do we want to start? Well, I'll start with one pick that I'm going to give right away. Let's just start out with it. Basic second half pick. St. Louis on the second half. Pittsburgh is traveling back cross country from Colorado, right? Yeah. And Waka is really not. Waka's really stinking up the joint. Now, how's he going to do here? I'm not exactly sure, but I wouldn't want to be on St. Louis on the full game because of him. Yeah. But I am going to take him on the second half line. Should be about -120 standard second half line.
Who's on that mound for Pittsburgh?
Cole's been good, but he's not going that deep. He's going 6-7 innings.
And he's on the road too. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And he's going on the road.
No, he's at home.
He's at home.
But he's good. But he goes like 6-7 innings. Waka's probably going to get hit. So I'm going to be. But the point is, St. Louis is traveling cross. I mean, Pittsburgh's traveling cross country. So just a standard play. St. Louis on the second half line. That's my my first play. Mike Brenner, hit us with a play.
All right. Well, I'm going right here. You have to. Hamill for the Cubbies. All right. He's holding hitters to .167 on the road with a 4-1 record this year. All right. This veteran really is just painted his game so well with the confidence. This team's going to blow him out today. Bud Norris is on the mound. Right. And just what happened the other day to someone.
Can I actually just jump over?
Sure.
We know why the Cubs are awesome over Atlanta. The question is, why do you want to take them at -250?
Well, I'm not going to take them on a money line. Right. I'm going to take them on a run line and an alternative run line play, which we have access to that, right?
Yes, but I'll check it after this.
Please do.
Because I have to be religious about the lines that we offer.
I'm taking a step here today. I'm going to do the first half run line available.
The first half run line is available. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at that line and I'm like,
Braves are total rebuilding. They just dropped a couple more players.
I mean, you can't take the Braves, right?
No, you can't. You can't. This is even one of those ones. It's not even worth putting $1 on hoping for a miracle. The Cubs had a day off. All right, this team heats up after a day off. Look at the record.
If you gave me +600, I'd take a shot with the Braves.
I wouldn't even. I wouldn't. I promise you that.
Wouldn't?
No, I wouldn't.
I would have +600.
Give me a first half run line, Pistol Pete.
First half run line for the Cubs, we can give you -160.
You know what? And I'm going to say this. I'm going to see that as value today. And normally, I just do. How about the full game?
Full game run line. We can give you Pinnacle -149.
Okay, so here's what I'm doing. We're going to post. I'm going to find an alternative run line. Pistol Pete, check it out.
Yeah.
This is the Cubbies winning by more than 2.5 runs.
All right.
I will find that number for you. And I'm going to say it's probably going to be upwards to 160, 170.
Plus?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think so.
-2.5. Oh, you might be surprised. You might even see it at +140 in that range. But
really, my guess it would be about maybe even money. Maybe.
No, -2.5.
That would be my guess.
I'm going to make a bet with you on that one.
We'll see.
But we'll get back to you. So stay posted for that. That's again
but regardless
alternative
of what
run
it is,
line.
That's the
I'm
line
doing
you're
it.
taking?
Absolutely, regardless of what it is.
All right, we'll find a line for you. So that's 3 plays on that one. Listen,
Pete, Cubbies get a day off.
Yeah,
if you've done your research, after a day off, forget it. This team's coming out.
I mean, when I saw this game on the, I was like, now what am I supposed to do with this? It's just like the Cubs have such a massive edge, but do you really want to pay all that juice? Mike Brenner answered yes. You're going with it 3 ways. All right, Mike Brenner, are you going to touch the other game that's similar to that, Philly at Washington?
I am. They owe me. They owe me. And here's what I like. Washington with Strasburg. This kid's 9-0, 2.85. He is really putting it together this year. All right, bounce back game versus the Chi Sox. My hat's off. All right, that Gonzalez kid, Right? Not Gio. He had a good game. After that first inning, he figured out his little stuff. But that other Gonzalez kid for the White Sox was just in a zone. Nobody could hit him. Jason Worth had 2 opportunities to get it done, and he did not. So today, Hellickson on the road. I love this. This is a gem.
Hellickson's actually been okay, though.
It's been very good. But today, guess what? It's not going to happen. Bryce Harper's coming out of a slump. Zimmerman. I just love this team, what they're made of. Murphy, everything. So what's the first half run line, Pistol
All right,
Pete?
first half run line for the Nationals.
Taking off today.
First half run line. Minus 165.
Jeez, oh, Pete's almighty. No, I'm going to stay off of that. Okay. How about that full game, Pistol Pete?
Full game run line, much more palatable. Minus 115 we can give you.
Palatable? That's a big word.
Palatable. It is a big word.
Well, I think you make some of these words up because I don't know. I don't have time to get into the dictionary. All right, full game run line was what again?
Minus 115.
You know what? I'm going.
Right.
Heavy. How about the team total, more or less? Mas or menos?
For Washington. Actually, I did write that one down.
Okay.
At Pinnacle. Oh no, I didn't write that one down. My guess is that it would be. Let me find my tape.
Somebody told me 3.5.
The total is 7, so my guess is that one would be 4.5 juiced. Possibly. No, it won't be 5. 4.5 juiced.
You got to stay off of that one. All right, full game run line, Pistol. That's all I'm pulling on that one.
Okay, now let's go to another. This is another pick of mine. This is the no-brainer pick of the day for me. Let's see what you think about this one.
I love this.
I bet it on the overnight. I bet Cleveland against the Angels. Right now, I got it at minus 120, and now it's all the way up to minus 140. So there's a big move in my favor.
Who's on the mound?
Kluber against Santiago. Santiago's really been struggling recently.
L.A. at home.
And Kluber's been pitching well. Also, L.A. is of course traveling cross country from the Yankees.
Big loss last night, too, by the way.
And Cleveland is on the West Coast with Seattle. Kluber pitching well.
Did Cleveland win that game last night? That was a late game.
Who did they play?
Seattle.
Oh yeah, they won it. They won it 5-3. Yeah, and I had the under on that one. Yeah, so I'm going to take Cleveland on the first 5 innings, which will be a little bit steeper than I wanted, but I'll take it minus 145.
Okay.
And then
that is a little bit steeper in your range.
Yeah.
A little surprised at that.
And then
Pistol Pete got some balls today, baby.
Well, yeah. I mean, I took him on the overnight line at minus 1, but it's moved 20 cents against me, so I don't know what to do.
About that.
I guess I will take it. I'll take Cleveland minus 1.
And for real, you're in his zone. Keep riding this momentum, Pistol Pete.
I mean, so this will be that minus 1 line will be maybe 110 or so, minus 110 or so, but I'll take it. So I'll take those 2 plays. If Kluber gets hit hard, then those will both lose. But that's the way it goes, right?
Yeah, I like your analysis, though, with that. And plus, right now, Cleveland's picking up momentum. They grab that lead again in that division. That's huge.
All right, here's with another play, Mike Brenner.
All right, I like this. I'm going to go a full game money line, Pistol Pete, because it's time for CC to start getting tired. He gave up 6 walks last time. His ERA is outstanding right now. He's looking good.
Yeah.
But the 34-year-old or 35-year-old's slowing down a bit.
That's what I was thinking as well, except on the other side, Pelfrey.
I know, Pelfrey, but he finally got his first win. This kid signed a huge $17 million 2-year contract with his team. Finally gets a win. This is a bounce back. He already went to Yankee Stadium once, took the loss, okay? I think he bounces back, and I think he's going to get the help today, all right, from Cabrera. I think today Tigers do show up offensively. And CC went through this 3 years in a row. Now, I know the alcohol was a huge part of his other stuff, but almost midway through the season, he was roped and getting roped. So
right after his last start, I had it circled. I was like, man, I want to fade CC in his next start, but I can't do it here. But I understand.
And the one thing that does scare me about these Yankees, besides this monster bullpen that they have, this Brett Gardner kid, he's on fire. He's 15 for 27, Pete. Last 7 games, he's got back-to-back 3-hit games.
Yeah, in these shows, some of my winners were on the Yankees.
I know. You've had a really good eye on them. Now, here's the other thing. All right, with those bats and that being said, can anybody slow Gardner down? I think today he might have an off day. He's due for an off day, right? So I'm going with it. What's the full game money line for them Tigers,
well,
baby?
It's a nice little line there, plus 132 we can give you.
On the regular full game money line.
Yep,
Holy cow. Holy cow. And I'm just going to put down, I'm not even going to say it, but they're going to probably cover on a run line, but I don't need plus money on that. So, all right, I'm taking it. Plus 130?
All right, plus 132.
Jeez, Pete, I like that. Pistol Pete.
Okay, now let's,
What do you think about CC? You're a New York guy.
I had this game. I had his next start circle as one I wanted to fade, but here I'm leaning Yankees.
They're picking up momentum.
And they got the bullpen.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have a pitching edge with as bad as CC is. I expect him to be here. I think it's a wash. with Pelfrey. So, you know.
See, and Teixeira, he's still out of the lineup. I just think today's that day the Yankees take a step back and just breathe.
It could be. It could be.
And I do. And I
mean,
think they're going to pounce.
Long term, we're both agreeing that we're fading the Yankees.
Absolutely.
But, you know.
Yeah, I like it, Pistol. That's why they play it.
Okay, now I got a play here. All right, now this is interesting. One of the reasons I've been winning a bit recently, if you've noticed, is that
well, it came from that damn vacation that you needed.
It's because anytime I realized that if I didn't give a pick, if it was a balls reason, I gave it. And that happened yesterday, right, with the Colorado over, right? I didn't want to give it. And then I was like, no, if I don't give it, it's purely lack of balls. So I gave it.
Yeah. And now your confidence is boosted.
Yeah. Now, again, San Diego, Colorado, I'm kind of liking the over, but mostly because I think Cashner's going to get crushed. Gray is really good on the mound. And
yes, he is.
I'm not
been
exactly
sharp,
sure.
too.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and it's a steep team total here, but I'm going to take the Colorado team total over 6.5 minus 107.
Pistol Pete, that's one of the ballsiest calls you've had in a minute.
If you look at Cashner's game log for this year, it's not that ballsy.
And where are they playing at?
They're playing Colorado.
In Colorado.
Yeah, and
what's the line? Full game.
That's the thing. I bet it on the overnight. But I got Colorado at like minus 160 or something like that. Now it's all the way up to like 180.
How about the run line on that, Pistol Pete?
Yeah, I took the run line. It opened. I got it at plus money at like 115 or 110 or something. Now it's down to plus 102.
Plus 102 run line. You know what? I'm taking it.
You are?
Yeah, because it's Cashner. When I heard Cashner, I thought, wait, isn't his real name Fade or Tomato Can or something
like that?
All right, I'm going to take it. Run line plus 102
Colorado,
for Colorado,
plus 102.
buddy. I like that, Pete.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to be on the Colorado team total over, which is a similar handicapping maneuver, but just a little bit safer in my opinion. All right. And then, do you have any other plays for us, Mike?
I've got one other play.
All right, let's hear it.
I really like this. All right. Here's two pitchers that are absolutely in the zone. All right. Kershaw 6-0, 0.81 his last seven. Yeah. All right, and I'll tell you why, and this makes sense. All right, Cueto 6-0, 1.52 ERA. He's having an amazing season, but when he gets 6 days off or more, and he's had that. Right now, he's coming off of 6 days off. He's 4-9 with an over 3 ERA, and that's when he tends to take 2 to 3 innings to start settling down. Well, in those 2 or 3 innings, I think it might make the difference for Kershaw to just get 1 or 2 runs, because that's all that guy needs, Pete. That's all he needs. He reminds me of Lefty Carlton back in the day with the Phillies. And I'm not kidding. You just get 1 or 2 runs, and it was an automatic. Reminds me so much of him. So today, Johnny Cueto, who I absolutely made a ton of money on 4 years, fading the hell out of him when he was in Cincinnati. All right, he's coming off that 6 days rest, so it's going to take him 3 or 4 innings to heat up. And Kershaw, he doesn't need no time to heat up, baby. He's on fire. What's the full game money line, Pistol?
Full game money line on the Dodgers. Best we can give you, minus 157.
And I'm taking that. I think it's reasonable. This is not a run line, Jim, because if Cueto does get in that zone, there's a decent happening right now in the bullpen. For the Giants. So I'm going to hold off. But full game money line minus what?
Minus 157.
Taking
Best
it.
we can do.
Taking it, buddy. I'm taking it. So that's it for me.
Okay. Now I got a bunch of other plays that I'm going to give here. Okay. Let me just I got to give them up.
No,
why not? Why not? Give them up.
And you are on fire.
Okay. Now this guy, Sonny Gray. Sonny Gray is getting hit. He's coming. He went on the DL for a short period of time.
Did.
Came back in his last start and pitched decent for 5 innings. But am I sold on him? No. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Cincinnati team total. Team total over 4 minus 135.
I like that. That team's hitting.
Yeah. I would also lean to the over because DeSclafani is coming back off of the DL and his rehab starts were a little bit questionable.
Who?
Anthony DeSclafani from Freehold, New Jersey.
I love it. He played for the Cardinals for a while.
Anthony DeSclafani. No, I don't think so.
He played for the Cubbies for a while.
Yeah, right.
That guy's been all over the place.
All right. So I'm going to take
like that.
Cincinnati team total over 4 minus 135. Then I'm also taking. I think that both the Nicolino and Corbin are going to be vulnerable in Miami at Arizona, and I'm taking the over 9 minus 125 in that one at the Greek. Right?
Pistol Pete.
And I think that
I think you ought to put one of those 17 pieces of paper down and let me get a call in there.
Yeah. Do you have anything else?
No, I'm just going to review real quick.
Right,
Yours, that might take a while. You might have to write a book for that one. All right, I'm all over today, the Dodgers with Kershaw. Full game money line minus 157. I'm taking the full game run line with the Colorado Rockies, baby, plus 102. Pistol Pete, he talked me into that one. All right, I'm all over the Cubbies in 3 shots here. All right, we're going to cash 3 times on these Cubbies. First half run line, minus 160. It's a little higher in my comfort zone, but I'm telling you, this team has a day off. When they do, they click. All right, so first half run line, full game run line, minus 149, and an alternative run line, minus 2.5. I think it's going to be plus 120. Pete says plus money, but as hot as he is right now, he's probably right. So we will post that. Also today, I'm going with Washington, full game run line, minus 115. And to wrap it up for me, Pistol Pete, Tigers getting it done. CC Sabathia, I think today's the day where he really starts feeling his age. It's the full game money line plus 132, Pistol Pete.
And I got all my plays, and I'm throwing one more on. Mets-Milwaukee.
God.
Mets-Milwaukee, first 5 innings, under 4.5, minus 120. Harvey, I'm a buyer in him right now.
You know what?
I think he's taking every...
I think he is. I'm not going to jump on there. Well, I may, but I think you're onto something.
And the other guy, Guerra, solid veteran who's actually getting it done. He's not going to have a long career going forward in the majors, but for right now, for the next 10 starts or so, very impressive, and I like him in the Mets bats. We know that they're on the weak side right now, so that's my last pick. Mets and Milwaukee under 4.5, minus 120. Mike Brenner, that's a big show, but hopefully we've given a selection of profitable picks for our fans.
You know what it is, Pete? It's Fired Up Friday.
All right, and we'll be back for a Fired Up Saturday tomorrow.
That's right. Go Cubbies.
And hey guys, check out our website that the guys here made for us called OCDpicks.com. Right. I didn't make that up, but whoever made that up, that's funny.
It was brilliant.
You get it? You get the double?
I get it, Pete. That's
Odds Couple
us.
daily picks and obsessive compulsive daily. That's funny.
I like that.
Funny
OCD Picks. Yeah, we got our own webpage, and if you will check it out, we got some other picks in different sports that are rocking. WNBA, just an example. We're clicking on all cylinders. OCDpicks.com.